What's up, guys? Abstract Tiger Productions here. I'm Chris.
I'm Drew.
And we are here reacting to a brand new series from that one jungle website, Amazon. Anyways.
Where mothers study spiders before they die.
It's really hard to believe that Amazon started as a bookstore.
I totally believe it.
This is what they are now. They take a Bethesda game and turn it into a TV series.
Yes. And they're not just doing it with this one game.
No.
They have four video game properties coming out in the next 2 years. Yeah, it's going to be insanely wild.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that they're the distributor for the BioShock movie as well.
Ooh.
Like, I can't remember. I know the production studio is, I want to say Paramount? No, not Paramount. Warner Brothers? Lionsgate? One of them.
I don't know.
But I believe that they the streaming is going to be Prime. If it's not Warner Brothers, then it's obviously going to go to Max. But yeah, it's going to be a wild couple of years for video game properties.
Yeah, and it all really started with a kind of a new renaissance, I guess you could say, in the video game series, TV sort of. I guess, with Last of Us.
Well, Last of Us was the first television series.
Right, it was a television series, but
the movies that preceded it were in this new generation was the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider,
which was both. I've only seen one of them.
She's only had one.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to get a sequel, and then Amazon bought MGM, and it. They said, we're going to cast a new Tomb Raider. We're going to make our own thing. Started completely over, even though I really enjoyed what she did. Yeah. Her origin story is the Tomb Raider was great. Then you had Uncharted,
yes, which
is getting a sequel.
Oh, good.
I believe they're already either they've already finished filming or they're about to start filming.
Okay.
But I know that it's like officially happening.
Okay.
This year, like
starting
cameras, yeah.
Starting actually shooting sometime this year.
Yeah.
I was kind of up in the air about that. I don't know if it had made enough bunts to warrant that. But then again, it was at the time when a lot of people were not yet getting used to actually going back to the theater.
Right. And
now, a lot of people, I guess, watched it at home. And
that's exactly what it was. It didn't make enough in theaters to warrant a sequel, but then they saw how popular it was in VOD and streaming.
Yeah.
And then the other one, big one is Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat reboot.
The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's
with that one character that we, that everybody loved, Kai from or whatever his name was.
Cole.
Yeah. We all loved playing Cole, didn't we, in the game?
Yeah.
Sure.
He's better as Shatterstar.
Yeah.
Because he was Shatterstar in Deadpool 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And also Deadpool and Wolverine, if you've seen the trailer.
No, I have not.
Oh, well, Shatterstar's in there somehow alive, even though... Yeah, sure.
But this is Fallout.
Yes.
Now, me personally, I have never played a Fallout game. Ever. Not even the mobile game that they had several years ago. Fallout Shelter or whatever it was.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never played a mobile game.
Yeah, it was one of those like type of things. It was, anyways. You had your vault or shelter or something like that, and you had to build it up and whatnot. I just
okay.
The mobile game, but I have seen a little bit of like gameplay via Achievement Hunter Let's Plays, but it wasn't really much. It's just like, here's the extent of my knowledge of Fallout. Okay, nuclear war happens, things go crap.
Yes.
The aesthetic beforehand seems like they never left the 1960s retro futuristic Jetsons.
Yep.
There's a bunch of vaults that a bunch of people survive in. The said nuclear war. And when people come out, it's a crapsack world that anything and everything wants to try to kill you. Like, the entire world's turned into Australia. Not the people, much. Not the people, the animals. For our Australian audience,
pretty
love
much.
You guys, but everything on your wonderful continent wants to kill you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Either the most poisonous or the second most poisonous thing on the planet in lists.
You're not wrong.
So
you're synopsis...
What's a great place to put a radio telescope that they can talk to? Well, now it's Voyager 2. I think it's the only one that's left. I watched a documentary about it. Yeah.
So your synopsis was actually pretty spot on accurate. The reason for the creatures is the nuclear fallout, like the radiation, causes the animals to mutate, and they merge with nearby species. Yay. So you have a lot of half and half creatures. One of the most significant is...
So it's like Annihilation with Natalie Portman. Sort
of. One of the most significant in gameplay is called the Death Claw, which is...
the nicest thing ever. It's like a cute little... I don't have no idea what he's talking about.
It's a giant alligator crocodile type creature that walks on its hind legs, has giant Godzilla spikes coming out of its back, and long, like, bird talon claws. And they're called Death Claws. Okay. And that's one of the more complicated, like, to use Last of Us terminology, I react to Death Claws like I do to clickers.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's very formidable.
Okay.
And in one of the games, it's actually, like, one of your missions is you have to go into a nest of, like, 30 of them.
Why?
Are
there eggs good to eat?
No. Okay. So you can get enough XP to go and launch your own nuke, because in order to power up in the game, you have to kill more high-power creatures.
Okay.
You have to level up your power armor and all that kind of stuff.
Or a ridiculous amount of an enemy if you can't find just one thing. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then, I have played a little bit of Fallout. I played Fallout New Vegas. I hate the scorpions. I am a Scorpio, but I hate the scorpions. If they're in here, you will understand why. If not, I will show you a photo. They are terrifying. Because they hide underground, and they...
Kind of like Scorponok from the first Transformers movie.
Very similar. Very similar, because you don't know it's attacking you until it's too late. I
got that reference.
Yeah, right?
I feel like Captain America.
Yeah, so Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and I actually, since to like get ready for this, I've been playing a little bit of Fallout 76 after work. Yeah. And
so how many times do they play John Denver's Country Roads in that? I know that from the trailer for 76. That was it, but
I think because what you can do is you can actually set up your Pip-Boy, which is like your little monitor that's on your wrist. You could set it up to play local radio frequencies. And I know that you can actually have that playing in the background while you're building your camp. But I have not done that because I don't have the equipment to build that radar antenna. Because I'm just starting fresh. I played Fallout 76 years ago. Now I have a completely different PlayStation, a completely different PlayStation account. Stuff didn't transfer over from disc to digital, so because I'm playing on a PlayStation Now, so it's streaming the game for me, and I don't play online, so I'm not playing with the other players.
Right.
I'm just running around with a bunch of NPCs looking at me like, what are you doing? But for the context of this, I think that they're going to lean more towards the Fallout 4 storyline with a little bit of the lore sprinkled in. And I know that our main protagonist in this one, which when you play the game, you can choose whether you're male or female.
Yeah.
The protagonist that's used for all the marketing and all this stuff is a male. It's a gender swap version of that, and it's a different vault. But beyond that, I don't know anything about this series.
I mean, I seen the announcement trailer, and I saw one of the official trailers that came out, and that was it.
Yeah, the teaser was like 3 days before the official trailer, wasn't it?
No,
it was a few days between trailers, because I was like, didn't I just watch that trailer? And then it said 24 hours ago, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, so yeah, I guess should get into this and get started, shall we?
I'm excited.
Okay, all right.
I'm guessing that's the name.
All right.
Minding my business. Negotiations were scheduled to continue today as the White House had no comment about the president's whereabouts.
Battle of the Monkeys.
Yes.
Sorry.
The specter of nuclear war facing this nation for 10 long
Wow, that's.
It's a party. Let's just focus on the party, okay?
All right, birthday boy. Let's get a photo of you up here on Sugarfoot.
How the hell is Cooper Howard working kids' birthday parties?
What else? Alan money. Yeah, but Cooper, let's get a picture. You bet. Yeah. All right. Oh, Coop. Do your thumbs up.
Yeah, given the state of everything, I prefer not to if that's all right.
Why not? That's what you're famous for.
So weird with the mix of vintage and modern technology.
Oh, absolutely. It's just gonna get worse. Like, your brain will break based off just the technology.
That Los Angeles sunshine coming through. Al, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do the weather if I don't even know if there's going to be a next week.
Happy thoughts.
I'm not
Okay.
Why wouldn't you do it? The thumbs up.
Oh, it's grown-up stuff. Well, back when I was in the Marines, they taught us that if they ever drop a really big bomb, told us to hold up your thumb just like this. And if the cloud is smaller than your thumb, then you run for the hills.
And if it's bigger than your thumb?
They told us not to bother running.
Ooh, that's
Do you think it's gonna
depressing.
happen?
I certainly hope not. But us cowpokes, we take it as it comes, right?
Oh.
All right, one piece of cake coming up from my favorite cowgirl.
Is it your thumb or mine?
That's smoke, Janie. It's just a fire.
No. Oh, that would have been a terrifying poster.
Oh, gosh.
That right there would have been terrifying. Nobody else is paying attention.
Nobody
except those two.
knows. And here comes the shockwave.
Yep. Now they see it.
Yep. What?
Yeah, it wasn't just one.
No.
There was a lot.
Yeah. Worst birthday ever.
I guess that depends on whose birthday
Yeah.
My name is Lucy McLean.
and I'm an active contributor to the well-being of my community. My reproductive organs are intact, my hygiene well maintained, and yet I have been unable to find a suitable
Oh my gosh, that's the
partner.
guy that tells Spider-Man to do a flip.
Yes.
And he's not allowed to drive buses.
No.
It is with sound mind and body that I hereby submit my application to the council to participate in the triennial trade with Vault 32.
Lucy. Huh.
Not a normal way to spell a plane. That I've
Well,
seen.
I was looking at you because it's like,
Won't be for long. On my wedding night, that dress got off almost as fast as Bert did.
After 10 years of cousin stuff, I'm definitely excited for the real thing.
Oh, Lucy.
okay. I felt it. I figured it looked like it was very Truman Show-esque there.
Were you scared? When you married Mom?
Me? Terrified. Well, I'd never stepped foot outside Vault 31.
When did it go away?
The moment I met your mother.
32. All right. From 33 to 32.
Yeah.
So this is how they keep the gene pool diverse-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on?
Lucy, I love you.
We all know that, Jet. Messing around with your cousin, it's all well and good for kids, but it's not a sustainable long-term sexual practice, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
What were you saying about the gene pool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They did a great job with the vault doors.
When blight hit our wheat, we lost a lot of good people. But this trade will help us get back on our feet.
As arranged, we offer you seed and parts for machinery.
In exchange, we offer you a brooder.
So, who am I marrying? I'm Lucy. Do you have a name?
Monty.
I almost halfway expected to say, as you wish.
Yeah, right.
Sperm is pretty important in perpetuating America. So.
Apparently not good dinner conversation.
Good evening and welcome to the proud denizens of Vault 32.
It's like 32 is a little bit more cavalier with things.
I'm wondering if that blight made them
Not just as neighbors,
more
but by a shared duty. To keep the candle of
aggressive.
civilization lit.
While the rest of the world has been cast into darkness.
Because their hair is unkempt. They're it's.
I saw somebody with an actual tattoo on their neck.
And I am not afraid. I feel hope.
To Lucy McLean, and to this marriage, and to hope. Let's dance.
Well,
Oh, isn't it great? Every big moment of our lives is gonna happen right here.
Okie dokie.
he has a scar on his back.
Yes, he does.
What you doing?
He's exploring 32.
Oh,
There's the wheat fields.
They have nothing.
Huh?
He's missing a leg.
Yes. Oh, rad meter. Oh, that's not good.
Raiders. Uh-oh. So these Raiders,
Ow.
they took over Vault 34 and they've just been pretending.
32.
32,
yes.
sorry, yeah. Oh.
Is it now?
Did she stab him?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, wow.
Oh. Okay. That worked. Don't pull it out. No, don't. No, wrong. Ah, why did they do that?
Because all she needs is a stim pack.
True, but there's internal bleeding. Just a pistol left. Or a knife. Take both. Just a dark guy. What? It's not what I was expecting.
The tranquilizers.
Yeah.
Some enchanted evening, you know, even there, that somewhere you'll see her
Oh.
again and on.
Sir, please don't make me use force.
Oh no.
Please.
Squish, literally. Ah! Tranquilizer to the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! There's Dad. Is that corn?
Pickles, I think.
Oh, pickles. I can't tell.
Or they're bobbing for apples.
Bobbing for
no
cucumbers.
Maybe it's pickling.
Maybe
pickling
yeah.
that for cucumbers.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh. Yeah.
They are the product of of life's tricky little choices. So I'm gonna offer you a choice. Them or her.
Hey, stop! Dad, please. We have to stop.
You are my world.
You look like your mother. Run and hide.
Does oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Maximus. Okay.
Hey. How's your nose?
I can still smell. She's mostly blood.
It is the duty of the Brotherhood of Steel to secure the wasteland. One day, as squires, you will help Knights find and identify pre-war tech.
Aspirant Maximus.
Can you identify this relic?
Rotor?
Circuit. The ability to defend yourself is but one part of your training. We are the finders and the preservers. Unless you know what to find and preserve, you are more useful as a corpse.
Oh. All right. It's like a futuristic Zeppelin.
Yep.
What kind of model is that? It's the T-60.
Imagine getting to put on one of those every day.
I wonder why they're here.
Aspirin Dane?
This was my idea. He
You're
didn't
being
want.
summoned. Come with me.
What's going on? A bunch of us were chosen to get anointed.
Hey, what's your title gonna be?
Squire, it's my Titus. And get this, we're going to the wilds. Hell
Ah, what in the world? Somebody put a blade in her shoe? Is that what happened?
There are razor blades in her boots.
Ah.
I have a proposal for the assembly. We send a search party to the surface to find my dad. We can spare 4 people from farm duty for up to 2 weeks, even with our dwindled numbers.
Sorry, Lucy, but you're talking about opening the outer vault door?
Just for under a minute.
Hey, Davey. How's your day going?
Bad as everyone else's.
Huh. They're gonna sneak her out.
Yep.
Okay.
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
He wasn't paying attention to the elevator.
No.
I just tracked him. And I would say to you if you try to follow me.
I'm too chicken. Thanks.
Stop! Lucy! Are you mad?
Young lady, come back here right away.
That didn't work.
Did you expect it to? Oh, look, it's...
Oh, no, she's in California. That's
yeah,
Santa Monica Pier, isn't it?
Pier,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to guess based off the numerical value of the vault.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
Oh. What?
You have anything else to say? In your defense?
If I can help the Brotherhood make it better, Eden, or whatever, even if it means giving my own life, I'll do it.
Yeah, a little bit of bass in his voice there.
And I'd be grateful to the Brotherhood for giving my life meaning.
Good boy. You will be Knight Titus, new squire.
Okay.
They asked if it was you.
Yeah, they asked me the same thing.
I told him you wouldn't hurt a fly.
It is your most sacred duty to protect your lord, Knight Titus. Do you accept?
Oh.
Ah.
Go forth with honor, and may the shape of the future be cut by your sword.
Last nation is trying to bring glory in.
time it goes to black like that, I keep expecting it to
be the end.
Be the end of the episode. Oh.
It's like, man, I was in the middle of a fight.
What?
Bingo. Shit. You're telling me this supreme badass we're looking for is a godforsaken mutant?
Well. This is an Amish production of the town of Monte Cristo. This is the weirdest circle jerk I've ever been invited to.
Sick out. Now shoot him. You shut up. We got a proposition for you.
Yeah, now somebody made a run from the enclave.
Oh, it makes you think I'd give a good goddamn about that.
It ain't where they's running from. I figured you'd be interested in. It's where they's running to. Dead Mitch Mole in California. That's where you from, ain't it? Originally, I mean.
What the fuck would you know about where I'm from? Whenever somebody says they're doing one last job, that usually means their heart's not in it. Probably never was. Well, for me, well, I do this shit for the love of the game.
Alright.
This right here was your last job. I bet you it wasn't quite what you expected, but well, you know what they say. Us cowboys. We take it as it comes.
Yeah, that's the chicken.
Yep. Because he's not feral.
No.
Directed by Jonathan Nolan.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby, when they drop that bomb.
Interesting song. Wow. Okay.
You know what's really sad? I legitimately think that's Seth MacFarlane singing.
I don't know.
It sounds like his ragtime voice.
Yeah, but it's a little too deep for him. Okay.
Okay, I legitimately want to know who's singing that song.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we don't want to see that.
No. Spoilers! Spoilers! Oh, here we go.
Okay. Crawl Out Through the Fallout, recorded by Sheldon Allman in 1960. It's a real song.
Wow! My gosh. That
is a highly searched thing, apparently.
That's
because it pulled up very quickly. That's hilarious.
And depressing.
Crawl Out
Deprarious.
Through the Fallout. Deprarious.
Wow.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying that a lot about this show.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Especially with the opener. With the birthday party. Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So.
Yeah. I know it's Walton Goggins.
Yes.
For some reason, I keep wanting to say Walter Goggins anytime I try to talk about him.
You're not the only person. A lot of people called him Walter on accident.
Yeah.
Like, to his face.
Yeah, it's Walton. Yeah. Like the Walton
Goggins.
family, from what's that one show?
The Waltons?
Yeah, the Waltons.
Did you forget the name of it? Or
yes, I did, but I thought it was called
like the name of that
else.
one family from that one show.
Well,
that's amazing. What was your first time seeing Walton Goggins? Because the first time I remember seeing him was Shanghai Noon.
I really don't know.
He played the new bandit on the crew that was actually the one that did the mutiny against Roy O'Bannon.
In
Shanghai Noon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You haven't seen Shanghai Noon? Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson?
I've seen bits and pieces of one of those that they did together. I can't remember which one. Shanghai.
Was it in America or was it in England? Because the second one was in England. It's called Shanghai Nights. And they didn't do a third one.
I think what it was is I saw only like the first 5 to 10 minutes of Shanghai Noon, and then had to go somewhere else and didn't get to watch it.
Okay.
So it was one of those. There was a lot of those whenever I was working pre DBES or where I work now. Back when I was working at Brahms, which is a local ice cream and dairy store, not sponsored. Well, regional.
I was going to say, is it...
It's more regional rather than local, but it's more local.
It's based out of Oklahoma.
Yes.
We have it here in Arkansas. I know there's some in Missouri.
There's
I don't know about Texas.
No, there's not, because they won't go that far.
Oh, okay.
The reason being is whenever Mr. Brahms himself originally set it up, he did not allow any of their delivery trucks to... Well, they wouldn't be able to... They were not allowed to put a store anywhere their delivery trucks could not make it within 24 hours.
Because it's milk-based products.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So...
Because it's ice cream.
Yes, ice cream. And dairy.
Now I want it. Thank you for that. I have not eaten out in 2 weeks almost, and now I'm craving Brahms.
Oof. But, anyways, there was a lot of days that whenever I would go to work, everybody else in the family would be sitting there going to watch a movie, and I get only to see like the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then I have to leave. It was sad. But, this was an opener.
It was indeed.
Definitely a good start. Wow. I will definitely... I don't know if I can't say that I wasn't expecting them to open kind of like what they did, but the Raiders I don't think I was expecting. However, they did sort of telegraph it to a certain degree.
Yeah. The savageness, as we were pointing out. Like, I knew that there was something up with Vault 32 because of the... I had to rewrite that so I could read my own handwriting. I knew that there was something up with the demeanor. And I thought it was just more of a... Okay, they became essentially like cannibals or something. Because they didn't have any wheat to eat, so they were,
Right.
And so this is like a desperation, what are they hiding kind of thing. And then you said that about the scars, and I was like, oh. And then you heard her Geiger counter going off on her rad meter.
Yes, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And like I knew Raiders before she said it, but I didn't say it out loud. Yeah. So Raiders, in the context of the game, will like. Okay, so her going out, they make it seem like it's oh my gosh, nobody ever does this. Once a generation, they'll send a group of people in the context of the games.
Yeah.
Once a generation, they'll send a group of people out from each vault to explore the world and see
how it's faring.
And they'll send a military strategist, like a tactician for the defense purposes.
Yeah.
A botanist, a chemist, and a psychiatrist to keep an eye on the other people.
Yeah.
And it'll usually be a group of about 4 to 5 people, and it'll be from every generation. And getting chosen to do that is the purpose of the game. Like, when she was interviewing there to be like, I want to trade, basically I'm asking permission to get married.
Right.
That's not where I thought they were going with that.
Okay.
Because usually it's, you have to be chosen based off of a panel of interviews to be able to go out of the vault. And so they'll like hang out outside vault entrances, and they'll ambush people as they're coming in. Some of them will rely on
or going out rather.
Well, it's yeah. So they'll ambush people and steal their like vault uniforms.
Yeah.
And then when it comes time for another generation, they'll say that they're the kids of the previous generation to try and get in the vault. Or they'll just straight up attack you as soon as you're coming out and try and get in before the door closes.
Right.
But they've used a lot of interesting tactics.
Yeah.
And so that means that somehow, some way, they got into Vault 32.
Yeah. Whether by Vault 32 opening their door to sending somebody out.
Yep.
Or, well, they just...
Because there's also, it's like a blink and you miss it kind of lore story. In, I want to say Fallout 3, you learn that there's a couple of vaults that actually do banishments.
Oh, okay.
Like, you've committed a crime against the vault's integrity, the rules, whatever. We're going to force you out before you're ready. And they won't, like, all you have is your Pit Boy and I think 2 stim packs and the clothes on your back. And you have to survive like that. But that's not you being forced out, like the character you're playing.
Right.
You find out that it's used as a punishment, being forced out of the vault. And so that's another way raiders get in. So I'm curious to find out how the raiders got in the first place, because evidently the dad knew the woman, and she knew her mother.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if she was from Vault 31, which is where he is from.
Maybe. I don't know. But...
Because she said, everybody knows who I am. And then she said, you look like your mother. And so that line was really interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure maybe we'll get an explanation later on in the season as it goes on. Maybe. But yeah. Had a, well, interesting thing with the genetic diversity, but...
yeah. I love that you called that out, and she was like...
Yeah.
We can't fool around anymore. We're cousins. You have to grow up at some point. And I'm like,
okay, that's wow. Okay.
All the people that are in the comments right now, not our comments, but the comments of like TikTok, YouTube videos, things like that, of that scene, all of them are going to say Arkansas, and that's really annoying.
It's not. Yeah, it's not us. Jeez. I mean. So, yeah, okay, let's see here. We have Lucy.
Yes.
Which is, well, now out on a mission to find her dad and bring him back.
Yes. Lucy McLean went looking for Hank McLean. Yeah, and she's going to enlist the help of John McLean at Nakatomi Plaza. The long-lost uncle.
Okay. I was trying to just... Maybe the joke will go away, but...
No. I am a diehard fanatic. Yeah. As soon as I heard that last name, y'all saw it. Like, I could not stop. And then I saw the way it was spelled, and I was very depressed.
Yeah. It is... Yeah. It really... You know, the whole... The vault life kind of like that, unless they're invaded by raiders. Whether by opening the door and them coming in, or them tricking to make you think that they're still actual people from a vault, and you open the next door. You know.
Yeah.
It's very utopian-esque, very, I don't know, it almost has a weird naivety to it that's like oddly.
Do you remember the Brendan Fraser nuclear fallout movie Blast from the Past?
Yes.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Is that where you were going with your statement?
Kinda, but
I read your brain.
I was thinking more along the lines. It's just like like the '60s in general, because
absolutely.
it's just and it's just like it has that weird, odd feeling because I grew up during the Cold War, and that what we saw in the first 10 minutes was a very real thing that could have happened.
I was born when the wall was being torn down.
Yes. It has that weird, it's like, oh, okay, if things would have not gone the way they could have, or did, I should say, and I would imagine being in a vault was more of a lottery type of thing, or it could have been in a lot of it could have been like, here's the best and the brightest, we're going to stick them in a vault somewhere.
Yes.
And here is maybe some extra people that may have some bit of extra like knowledge or a potential benefit for the future when it comes around. But they're different. But having also maybe a little bit of genetic diversity, but we still have this sharing between the vaults and stuff like that. But
so there is one game. I can't remember which one it is. I want to say 2, but I don't know for sure. But it's actually it's very similar to how this was, where you actually see about a day's regular life before the bombs drop.
Yeah.
And so the first ones that they contact are the best and the brightest, but not politicians. Yeah. The politicians are the ones that got us in this mess. They're not allowed in the vaults.
Yes.
So then you go to a lottery, like you said.
Yeah.
And then it's open to the public. First come, first serve. Women and children are the priority.
Right.
And so there's actually it's like a 10-minute cutscene of people all just trying to get in the vaults.
Yeah.
And you see this dad carrying his... It's actually very Joel in Last of Us. Oh. You see this dad carrying his daughter up through the crowd, and people are asking, what does he do for a living, to try and find out if he's good enough to get in there. And he's like, I don't care about me, just take her. And as he's handing her off, you see the bombs drop and they close the vault before he gets a chance to say goodbye. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would. Wow. I don't know. I mean, I did mention it during the reaction. It's like, how did the people inside not hear when the explosion? Granted,
because it was that far
away. Yeah.
So the thing about it is, if they're in California, and that bomb was dropped in, say, because the amount of time that passed.
Yeah, it looked like it was like downtown Los Angeles, and they were up on like on the top of like the mountains behind the Hollywood sign, or up in that area.
No, I would have guessed that dropped in Vegas.
Okay.
Based off of the amount of time it took for the shockwave to get there, okay. It probably would have been Vegas.
But you okay?
Because they had enough time to react. They did the thumbprint thing.
Well, yes.
And then he turned around, and they were outside, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And the amount of time that passed, I would have assumed it was somewhere around Vegas, which Fallout Vegas is a storyline.
Yeah.
So, if we do a backstory on him after the bombs drop and he succumbed to his radiation, and it's him making his way across the country, because evidently he's rather far away from California, because they're saying now you get to go home.
Yeah.
And so if he ends up at somewhere like upstate New York, and he has to make his way back. That'd be an interesting storyline. But seeing it from his perspective, walking through the nuclear wasteland, watching all the creatures mutate, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, it was definitely, like I said, not really knowing anything about the world, just kind of like a very, very loose amount that I absorbed by osmosis, but it was not enough to really know what was going on. But
they were bouncing between stories a lot because they had to set up.
I mean, when they got to the Maximus, and there was something that I was going to bring up in the, but I prefer wait till after in our discussion. What kind of military unit? I don't know if they started off as like this, or is it something that transitioned from a military to more of a religious type of thing with these Brotherhood of Steel. I don't know. That's something I'm kind of interested in.
Other way around. It was a religion that was based around ancient technology that turned into a militarized unit when they started using that to protect citizens.
Okay.
So they actually go around and so when you're in the game, you can choose to be in the Brotherhood or you could choose to be in the Enclave. And it's basically, do you want to be in the totalitarian military institution, or do you want to be in the rebellion? Kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, the Enclave, if I remember right, and don't come at me in the comments if I'm misremembering, the Enclave focus on hunting, foraging, nomad type stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas the Brotherhood of Steel is more tactical, static. They actually deploy on missions.
Right.
In Fallout 76, one of the things is the Brotherhood of Steel have actually taken over Washington D.C. and have reprogrammed all the robots. That if you're not a member of the Brotherhood, this is their totalitarian. If you're not a member of the Brotherhood, the robots will attack you. Whereas if you are, they won't.
So that's kind of the reason why all the the butler droid or something that you very briefly saw at the beginning.
You will see a lot of butler droids.
Yes, that's why they're all and trying to kill everything.
Yeah,
and I do know that it's
so
just
they used robots for everything. There's a robot,
which is definitely a thing that was like I said, retro futuristic from the '60s with Jetsons and stuff like that. So,
there was, and they all look very similar. There was a robot that was specifically designed to serve drinks. There was a robot specifically designed to watch children. It's a nanny bot.
Yeah.
There's a robot specifically designed to wash cars. There's a robot to chop wood, to cut down trees.
Yeah.
And so they'll all be outfitted with all these different tools. The one that I was talking about that chops wood.
Yeah.
He's actually got saws for hands.
Yeah.
And then he can flip them in and have regular pincers. And then he comes back to the saws. When they attack you, it's not fun.
I can imagine.
But then there's also guardian robots that are there for the safety of humanity in case there is a nuclear fallout. And so, say you're getting attacked by a rad rat, which is a giant, oversized, mutated rat with two heads.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. And they'll start attacking you, and if you're within the vicinity of a guardian, you can actually run up to the guardian, and the guardian will protect you. They come in handy when you tick off a lot of ghouls and need to find a place to hide.
But as if you're just haphazardly walk up to one, they'll attack you because are they reprogrammed as well? Or?
No.
Okay.
You have to be in a large populous area where the Brotherhood of Steel is very prominent. If you're just so in Fallout 76, as soon as you step out of your vault, you come up to this little village, and this side is all ghouls, and this side is all guardians, and all you have to do is just cross over that line, and the guardians will come and defend you. Because the ghouls will chase you, but the guardians will not cross the barrier. Yeah. It's a thing. Like literally, they'll be like running behind you, and then they'll just stop and turn around because they have a specific barrier where they can't go past. But the ghouls will chase you all around town, so you just have to know where your closest guardians are.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so
it's a lot of fun, but it can be terrifying when you're playing and not knowing what you're doing. Because, like, say you're looking for a mission, I've got to find a way to sanitize water, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you're over here by the creek, and you start hearing that noise, and you turn, and there's a ghoul about to jump on you, and you just take off running, and you leave all your tools behind. Yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun.
Well, I guess maybe with the power armor and stuff like that. Obviously, that is like the ancient technology, quote unquote, that the Brotherhood is looking for and want to get more of.
No. Okay, so they use ancient technology to build the power armor. That's why I was saying.
Okay.
So
never mind that. I thought
I made myself chuckle. I made myself chuckle because I thought of a joke while we were watching this. So the number one complaint about Halo is that he's not in the armor enough. The weird thing about this is they're in power armor way too much. Like you have a 15-minute battery. Like they have a very short power supply, and being able to find another battery is not easy. So him just walking around in his power armor instead of walking as a person and having his power armor in his kit, because it's a video game and so everything turns into nanotechnology and can just fit in your pocket.
Okay.
Like, so when you have to carry a large amount of stuff, you go from a pocket to a satchel to a bag to essentially like a duffel, and then you actually have like crates that you carry around. And when you establish a camp in a non-populated area, you can keep all of your stuff there. But he's wearing his power armor and walking around in it and all that kind of stuff when the power armor is used for two reasons. One, an exceedingly burst of adrenaline so that you can fight creatures. And two, being able to walk around and withstand high amounts of rads without getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's not like Halo where they just wear it as
like
their uniform.
Armor or,
that's why I'm like
Mjolnir armor.
Everyone's talking about the fact that Halo, he never wears his uniform, and in this one they're just always in it. Which we didn't talk about Halo when we were going over our video game conversation earlier. Halo actually was before Last of Us, if you think about it. Halo season, because it's in its third season.
Okay.
Well, it just finished its second season. They're filming their third season now. But yeah, so technically Halo was first.
Okay.
If we're going
but
off
nobody, nobody.
I didn't care for the first season. I still haven't watched the second, even though people say it's a lot better.
It's better. Yes, I watched it. It's better than this first one. But mostly because Chief ends up going into a junk dealer, and I see all this 1980s tech.
Nice.
It's like, I recognize that, and I recognize that.
Nice. Find the Easter eggs.
Oh my gosh, that's one of those G3 IMAX that was multicolored and looked like.
That was. Are you talking about the computers that you could see through?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Hey, I recognize.
Nice.
Yeah. But this was definitely a good start.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I'm on board with this. I'm like I said, I might as well be coming in blind, but not knowing anything about the storylines of the games. I just know a very loose, brief overview of what the world is. I know that I saw somebody whenever this got announced, there was somebody who had did an analysis or something like that to who dropped the bombs, who started this in Fallout, and it's just well, it could be this, and it was just okay, sure.
It's not Skynet.
No, it's not Skynet. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
But
even though they did call it T60 power armor.
Yeah.
Which is not even the strongest you can get in the game. That's that's basic power armor. So the fact that they're losing their minds over that, I'm just wait.
So okay. I mean, I have questions and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm sure some of it will be answered as the season goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just kind of like, it's like, all right, okay, I'm good with this. I mean, and it's a property that I know nothing about. You know about it, so it's like a reverse now.
So it's one of those things where I played a little bit of all 6 games, but I find the storyline more fascinating.
Right.
So I've read a lot, and I've also watched all the cutscene movies.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I can't
Like
remember
the
which game it was in, but
compilations,
I remembered this being a cutscene and all that kind of stuff.
So yeah, I'm just.
So I've. I mean, it's not like the Batman Arkham series where I've played that over and over and over and over.
And for me, it would be Mass Effect, the original trilogy, because the last one didn't. Really...
I think that's also getting a movie. I believe I heard that.
They have been talking about that since I think before Mass Effect 3 dropped. They actually released in 2013.
Moving forward,
I mean, it's like, but. As somebody who has really been is a new person to the franchise, I guess you could say, I am not upset about this. It's just like One Piece, the season 1 for me. So
yeah,
but
which I knew nothing about, so I really enjoyed that. We didn't.
No, we
react to that.
Season 2, yes.
Much to my chagrin,
yes,
because I asked, multiple times, especially after we watched the trailer.
Hindsight, 2020.
We will do season 2 in 2025.
Yes,
I think is
or
when they
whenever
said.
that is. Yeah, they get done with it.
I think it's 25. There's a lot of stuff that's filming this year.
Yeah.
And
has been pushed back because of various things.
Yeah.
One last thing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's going back to the beginning.
Yes.
Pre-bombs.
That's fine.
It was the whole thumbs up. The reason why the thumbs up was a thing, and it was. I can't remember what his character's name was.
Cooper Darrow or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But something like that. I didn't write it down. I should have. But I think I was focused on more of like seeing the tidbits of what would like listening to what was on the radio and then what was on the TV before the wife comes in and turns it off. It's like, this is a birthday party and we're gonna be happy.
The weatherman.
The weatherman is like, I don't even know if we're gonna have it tomorrow. Okay, so things are that bad.
Answer. That was the answer. He got his answer about 5 minutes later.
Yes, he did. And they talked about Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes.
And, it's like, basically we got Alaska before Russia just because we had to have some sort of stopgap back in the day. But, and, the whole thing with the holding your thumb up, if the cloud is smaller than your thumb, you can run. But if it's bigger, don't even bother.
Yeah, so
it's just like, that's depressing.
Oh,
so
incredibly.
Depressing. And you can easily say it's a good rule of thumb. I tried to
shame button.
I tried, but I didn't try very hard to resist. But
I'm getting us a shame button. I'm getting on Amazon, no pun intended, to find a shame button, and I have a feeling we're going to use it a lot in this show.
Oh man! But whenever it happens, and the little girl just does this, and she's like, oh snap! Okay.
Are we talking about your thumb or mine?
Yes. Yeah, that makes a difference.
And he's like, at this point, it doesn't matter. It's bigger than my foot.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And
if they're implying that he's the original Vault Boy,
or the inspiration for the logo Vault Boy.
Well, they said that. So evidently he's not like a. What are you doing? Evidently, excuse me. Evidently, he's not just like some kind of party entertainer.
No.
They knew who he was. He's some kind of famous person, and they said, "Give us the thumbs up." Aren't you known for that? Isn't that kind of your thing? And I was like, the only person I can think of that is known for a thumbs up in Fallout marketing
is
Vault Boy.
The Vault Boy, like the caricature,
yeah, they use them for the posters, they use them for the signs, they use them for the commercials, because there was even going back to that one cutscene where you see the day in the life before.
Yeah,
you see commercials of an animated Vault Boy, telling you to find your nearest vault. Make sure you sign up because you never know when you're going to need it. And so, like, they used him for marketing, kind of like Captain America with War Bonds.
Right.
But it was cartoon form because it was a video game.
Right.
In this one, it seems like they're saying that Walton Goggins is Vault Boy. And so I'm wondering how that's going to work. If it's like something he did when he was younger and now he's an adult. Kind of like a child star that gets...
child star that gets... but he was also said he was a Marine, so I wonder if he's like maybe a war hero of some sort, and they use that, or...
That would make sense, too. I'm just wondering where it turned into him being a party entertainer with old rhinestone cowboy suede and all that. Plus, I don't know if you noticed that, but the colors of his cowboy outfit
were blue,
were the blue and yellow for the Fallout Vault Boy. That's another reason why I thought maybe he was the original Vault Boy.
Yeah,
because he's blue and yellow. It's and his daughter was wearing the same thing too.
Now, is that to imply that the daughter, is the one lady, the Raider lady, or is that maybe not?
Oh, that would.
I mean, that would make her 219 years old.
Well,
but
plus whatever age she is now.
Yeah.
I mean, he survived that long, but he's a ghoul.
But and he was being kept alive of sorts by whatever that goo that was.
No, that wasn't keeping him alive. That was keeping his muscles sustained, so that because they said they would come in every couple of years and chop another piece off.
Okay.
And he would grow that piece back. The only part he didn't grow back was his nose, apparently.
The cartilage in his nose.
Yeah, because it's not
really grow. I mean, it grows and then it's supposed to calcify,
but like he was able to completely structure his face and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's a mutagen that basically enhances his mutation. Think about it like the ooze in Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So.
Well, without the TCRI.
Yeah.
Which
did you have you read that crossover?
What?
Have you read that crossover?
No.
That TCRI is a company that's owned by Kingpin, and so the same ooze that turned the Ninja Turtles into the Ninja Turtles is the same acid that got in Daredevil's eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's an actual thing. That is a proven thing in the comics.
I just wanted to try to get a shot of
the bomb.
No, the cars that they have here in the first. It's like some classic like 50s and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the one whenever they're on the horse and leaving, that was like red. See, that looks so close though. Just like, I don't know.
So if you go back to the initial drop, not the flash of light, but where she first starts seeing the smoke. Yeah, I feel like it's further than that because of how long it took the shockwave.
I mean, obviously with the shockwave, because they're having.
Because if they're up on the mountains, they would see in the distance like that.
Okay.
Because Vegas is kind of flat.
Yeah.
So if there are up in the Hollywood Hills or somewhere around there,
and I don't understand what was going on here. It's just like
they didn't have time to get to a vault.
So I mean, and then he punches the guy, and it's just like I mean, was it not a room or something, I guess, in that just little shelter? Yeah, here's the red card that I was looking.
I think that was supposed to be, one, there wasn't enough room, and two, implied racism. Like, you don't deserve to come down here with us.
I don't know about the racism part. Maybe not, yeah, but...
The white person hitting black person, that's the imagery that I think it was going for there because of what year it was.
Okay.
There was no dialogue for it.
Yeah, no,
if
there
was,
wasn't.
we'd
It
have
was
to watch
just-
captions.
No, there wasn't, because it was just like music over it, and
they weren't talking.
They weren't talking. I mean,
Okay.
they were probably maybe mouthing something, but everything was
That's
kind
what
of
I'm saying. Like, if there
slow
was
motion or something like that, but it wasn't like anybody like actively having some dialogue or something like that where you could hear them. Because all the other sound was muted except for the music that was playing.
That's what I was saying, was if they were having some kind of a conversation, maybe the captions would pick that up because it's mouthing the words.
Yeah. So that's it. It looks like, I don't know, that red car is just like it stuck out because it was, all
I'm
the others.
wondering if that car belongs to I'm guessing the new husband or whatever, because they said he was here for alimony or something like that. And she wasn't the birthday girl from what I'm understanding. So I'm still confused as to, what's going on here.
Well, maybe, I mean...
if she was the birthday girl, I'm wondering why she wasn't sitting at the TV eating cake with everyone else.
No, I think it was the little boy's birthday.
Right.
He was doing there to make extra money to make alimony payments. That's what
okay. I thought they were saying that, like, as a part of his alimony, he had to show up at this birthday party.
No.
Okay. Because I was like, he has 2 kids?
No.
But it's not her birthday.
No.
Okay. See, in these little crates that they have? Yeah. That's foreshadowing right there.
Yeah, that's...
Who got in the red car? Did someone get in the red car?
Nobody got in the red car.
Okay, so I guess that's the guy that's hiding in the shelter.
He's just...
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache is the one I'm thinking is who owns the red car. The guy that's taking all the pictures.
But...
we just did a lot of really overanalyzing. Yes. I don't think we've ever watched a frame that close in any of our reactions.
Oh gosh, there's the weatherman.
Yeah, he's like, wait, why am I even doing this? Okay, so...
this is just it shows the giant...
I was going to say, is that the radiation symbol in the sky?
I can't tell.
It looks like the radiation symbol.
But I don't know, it looks maybe like the sun with a smiley face.
I think that's supposed to be a radiation symbol.
Maybe, but I don't know. I can't tell.
I mean, it very well may be the sun.
Yeah.
But my initial reaction was that was a radiation symbol. It probably is the sun. You're probably right. But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And also, he was standing off, like, in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you go back to... sorry, going back to the weatherman again. Where he's standing...
it's like the center of the United States. Because here's the Great Lakes.
Okay, see, I saw that as Baja, California, so I thought he was just, like, standing off to the side of the state.
This is the Great Lakes. This is, like, whatever... Superior?
Yeah. Okay, so...
Lake Michigan. And this is, like, the tail end of Texas down here.
Yeah.
Nobody can see what we're pointing at because...
so the sun is in the panhandle of Texas.
Maybe it's saying this area here is going to be partly cloudy.
Possibly. I don't know how 1960s weathermen did their stuff.
Well, I mean, before there was green screen, they actually had the thing behind them.
No, I get that, but I'm saying, like, the little sun symbol, and because our partly cloudy doesn't look like that, so that's why.
No, because it's CG and animated now.
Right. We're just having way too much fun with this.
Yeah.
No, I really thought, because I thought he was just, like, standing in the middle of the ocean on the map, and the Baja California was by his ear.
Okay. It's just like you're taking a picture of, like, I don't want to say Rockefeller style.
Yeah.
Family birthday party. The neighborhood comes together for the kids' party.
With the giant pool.
And, well, obviously they're well-to-do, but...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that pool
and then
is
you
huge.
have this it's just like it's quintessential '60s, like Bewitched,
Yeah.
esque feel to it, and then behind you have like a cityscape from like iRobot,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
or some other super futuristic.
Which is what the Fallout universe is.
Yeah, right. It is. Yeah, it's like they
become over reliant on.
It's like the '70s didn't happen, and the '80s style didn't happen. Yep. The '90s style didn't happen. It just stayed in the '60s.
Yep.
Throughout.
Yeah, record players are used a lot, and so are radios.
Yeah. I wonder if he was doing those lasso tricks at the beginning. Was that how long, if he actually knew how to do that himself, or he had to, how long he trained
Walton Goggins?
Yeah, Walton Goggins, yeah.
I would assume that he knew how to lasso.
Yeah.
Because he is, if I'm not mistaken, a country boy.
Well, I mean...
No. Like, I mean, like, before he became an actor, I think he was like a rodeo person.
No, like a rodeo clown or something? Or maybe
No. I think he was actually a writer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I guess not. I don't know where he's from.
I recognized him from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, but that's after he was already prominent.
Right,
people knew who he was.
But
the big thing that people know him from, if I'm not mistaken, is he is like the main antagonist in the Justified series with Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah. Cobb Vanth.
Yeah. So he had guest spots in Jag and NYPD Blue. He's in Next Karate Kid and Shanghai Noon, which is what I said.
Yeah.
People are talking about him in Fallout.
Yeah. But I am definitely intrigued to see, kind of how, speculation. Do you think Maximus there, the guy Squire, is ever going to be able to be in the power suit?
I'm sure.
Knight Titus going to die at some point, and then he's going to have to put on the suit himself and do whatever.
Well, the problem with that is if Knight Titus dies, then he should basically commit seppuku.
Okay.
Because it literally was in his vows that he would give his life to protect and serve and show loyalty to his knight. He's from Birmingham, Alabama. He moved to California when he was 19 and was a ballet.
Oh, okay.
And he did a few guest spots on TV series. But yeah, so I do think we're going to see him in the power armor at some point.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be more of a promotion thing. Because just based on the lore that they've already established, not even taking in how the games are.
Okay, so...
He's supposed to be fully and completely devoted to his knight.
Right.
Now, if he gets promoted to his own knight, then that's irrelevant.
Okay.
But it's one of those things of... I don't think that if it comes down to...
It's not going to be like a Dread Pirate Roberts type of situation.
No.
Okay.
No. He's not going to inherit the armor. What I'm afraid of is it's going to come to a fight or flight situation, and he's going to betray Knight Titus, and then take the power armor out of ambition.
Okay.
And not
the sense
honor.
of duty and honor and stuff like that.
That's just based off of what we've seen so far, because I thought that they were setting it up that it was going to be the guy with the mustache that it kept showing.
Oh, yeah.
That did the razor blades. But then that smirk they had at the end, it was like she knew and she just didn't care. She's like, and you got my promotion.
Yeah.
Do they know who did it? Well, they asked me if you did it. Yeah, they asked me that too.
Yeah.
And then she looks at him, and he looks at her, and then she smirks.
So I wonder if she did it to herself then. Or it could have been his other buddy.
That's also a possibility.
It could have been his other buddy, the one that after he was getting beat up by the bullies, they come over there to him And then it's like, yeah, okay, well, you're all right.
Yeah.
And then maybe just to get him out, he did it. I don't know.
I don't know, but now that you got me thinking that she did it to herself, that's actually feasible. That's very feasible. Another thing that made me very happy was this is very much like Starship Troopers. She obviously was a female in a all-male unit,
right?
And they didn't bring it up. They didn't talk about it.
No, they didn't. It's just
because that's how I felt with Starship Troopers was they didn't specify man or female, male or female.
No, they just like you serve, you get citizen. Service guarantees citizenship.
Dude, don't even get me started on Helldivers.
No, that was from.
Oh, I know, but basically, Starship Troopers is a video game now that everyone's obsessed with called Helldivers, where it's we're going to spread democracy throughout the universe, no matter how many men, women, or children we have to kill.
So they're the Ori. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm still going through my watch of SG-1, and I'm in the middle of season 10. And but anyways, wow. So far, so good. I'm giving this my size thumbs up. Wow. That one wasn't unintentional. But yeah, so far so good for you.
-2 on charisma. Yes, good for me.
All right, so yeah,
+2 intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't gotten in. They talked a little bit about it, but you haven't gotten into stats yet. I'm hoping that they go more into how the stats work, because as you get either smarter or dumber, it changes your gameplay.
Okay. All right. But yeah, okay. So I guess thank you guys for joining us with this beginning journey into Fallout, the live action TV series by that Jungle website. Amazon.
I mean, it's Jonathan Nolan, so that's got me excited right off the bat.
But so be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss any updates coming out, whenever that is. So we drop in a comment down there to see what you think about our geography of the bombs. What do you think they actually? But anyways, whether we're right, wrong, or you don't care. But anyways, just shut up and watch the TV series. Okay. But all right. So I did the YouTube thing. So yeah. Until next time, bye bye and be blessed, everyone.